and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kay and this is my channel where I share all about my making adventures. Today I have some crochet, lots of knitting, some English paper piecing, finished objects, 2 of them, lots of works in progress. I guess technically 4 or 2 fully finished and 2 half finished objects. I don't know. It's crazy over here. So let's just jump right in because we've got lots to talk about today. So you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and I will have links right down below this video. If you just look down below the video, hit the More button, it's going to drop down a box for you that's going to have all of the places that you can find me linked, as well as links to project pages for any knitting and crocheting that I show, and also links to any shops that I talk about. So today is August 23rd. It is a Wednesday. It is 10 a.m. I just heard the clock chiming 10 upstairs. So it is exactly 10 a.m. We also have a giveaway winner to announce today and a new giveaway that I will be announcing for this episode. So one reminder before we jump into finished objects, summer sock camp is coming to a close on August 31st. So make sure if you're wrapping up any last finished objects, or maybe you finished some and haven't posted them yet, you can post them in the Ravelry group and then also on Instagram. On Instagram, you just use the hashtag SummerSockCamp2023. And then on Ravelry, you post it in the finished objects thread. All of the details for Summer Sock Camp, how to post, etc. can be found either on a highlight on Instagram or over in the Crazy Sock Lady Ravelry group on Ravelry. Make sure you get those entries in. It never fails every year. I always have people message me like September 1st, September 2nd, saying they thought the thread would be open longer and they didn't get their socks posted. And I'm sorry, you got to get those posted before that thread closes. August 31st is the last day for that. So by midnight on August 31st. So Lily loved her sweater. I should probably mention that because I know people are going to ask. I did go to West Virginia over the weekend for my niece's 8th birthday party, and I did gift her her sweater and also a couple of pairs of socks to her and to my sister Cassie, the ones that I had done that were matching for them. I gifted all of that over the weekend. They loved all of it. Lily absolutely adored her sweater. It was such a whirlwind of a weekend, and the birthday party was outside and she was hot from running around, and it was a warm summer day. So I do not have any pictures to share of her in it because I did not ask her to try it on because it was hot. I wouldn't have wanted to try on a cardigan like that. So yeah, I do not have any pictures. If Cassie shares some with me, I will, with her approval, of course, share those with y'all. So finished objects. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting one of them? Nope, I have them all. Okay, let's show English paper piecing first. These are kind of half finished, I think. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with these. So I started English paper piecing. I've shown you guys some, well, I did finish the one coaster top for my mother-in-law, or the coaster, but then I've been doing a lot of coaster tops. And I'm just having fun doing the coaster tops, and I don't even want to back them. It's not that it wasn't enjoyable, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. I just want to put all these pieces together. So I have 2 more finished things that will maybe be coaster tops, or maybe I'll just put these together, not like together, but like floral and like fall and Halloween, and just make a crazy quilt. I don't know. 2 crazy quilt tops. I'm just kind of like, I just want to jump into quilts, and I just want to do some scrappy looking fall and Halloween and floral, and just throw a bunch of different fabrics together and do some quilt tops, because that just seems more enjoyable than apparently finishing all the coaster tops that I have. So anyways, here's the 2 coaster tops, or whatever they're going to be. One of them is all floral fabrics, and then this one is just some fall fabric that I picked up at Joann's. Love it. Just did a black in the center. So yeah, I'm just having fun doing these. I have a kit that maybe I will share more about next week. It's kind of buried over there. But Eric bought me a kit to do a grandma's, I think it's grandma's or grandmother's flower garden quilt. I need to look up the exact name of it. I will before I show it next week. But he bought me a kit that has all of the hexagons cut, all of the paper pieces, you name it, it's in that kit for doing the quilt top English paper piece. And I'm actually hoping, fingers crossed, to start basting it today. Baste enough for one of the flowers, and maybe I'll have it to show next week, or part of it anyways. But I'm itching to get that started. Okay, so my next finished object is a pair of scrappy socks. These were not done last time, were they? Nope, they weren't. Finished them on the 18th. So I started these June 3rd and finished these on August 18th. I love how these turned out. So for these, I just did my vanilla socks on DPN's pattern. I did do a knit 2 purl 2 cuff for 25 rounds. And then these 3 yarns at the start of the socks, I just knit until the yarn ran out. These were leftovers from socks that I knit during summer sock camp. All of these were, actually. And so these 3, I just knit till the yarn ran out. This pink, I had so much of it left that I just got tired of knitting with that color. By the time I got to the toe, I was like, we're switching to something else. So I do still have a little bit of that pink left. But then I did the toe in, gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head what that one was, but yeah, super happy with these. 64 stitches, US 1, 2.25 millimeter DPNs. I finished these and then I immediately cast on another pair of scrappy socks because I've just been putting, when I finish a sock, I split it, the yarn. I have, 2 bags that I'm putting 5-gram minis in each for friends. And then I have my Cozy Memories and my fingering weight jelly roll. And I put 5 grams each into that if I have enough, obviously. Usually I do from Soxo to do all of this. And then I've been splitting whatever is left, say it's like 10 grams that's left after I split all of that. I split it into 2, and I have a project bag I'll show you in a minute when I get to works in progress that it goes into, and that's what I was pulling from for this. And I split it into 2 so that I can do 2 matching socks. I don't really care with scrappy socks, but that's kind of just the mood I've been in, to split them in 2, and then I have them to work from. So I had all that yarn in there, and I thought we're just gonna start another pair of scrappy socks because they are so much fun. My last finished object is the prayer shawl that I have been working on. So this I started on July 16th and I finished on August 22nd. This pattern is the Orla Sideways Shawl by Claire M. And it is a crocheted pattern. I love how it turned out. It's nice and big and cozy. I finished it, it would have been what, yesterday. I finished it yesterday. I think I finished the crocheting the day before yesterday, and then yesterday I wove in all of the ends. Now I am going to give it just a wash. I'm going to soak it. It's acrylic yarn, 100% acrylic, so it won't really block out and it doesn't really need to, but I am going to give it a wash and have it ready to go. This is the second one that I've made for our church. This one I do not have someone in mind at church. The first one I did. It went to a specific person that I made it for. This one I don't have anyone in mind for. So it'll just go to the church to use as needed. But I love the color of this yarn. This is Joann's brand called Big Twist. It's the heathered line and it's light blue. It's very soft for being 100% acrylic. I really like it. I actually have another one going that I'll show you in works in progress. So that was it for finished objects. Works in progress. Let's just start with a pair of socks. So I have my August Yarnable socks in this bag from Midwest Stitches. Cute sock fabric. And I think I have a few gusset decreases left. I have not worked on this since the weekend, I think. So this is the August Yarnable colorway, Grow with the Flow. I'm doing my vanilla socks pattern, knit 2, purl 2, ribbing 25 rounds. I did 60, I wanted to make sure, 60 rounds for the leg. Have the heel done, just working on those gusset decreases, and I need to get going on these because I want these done by the end of August. I'm hoping to finish one more pair of socks for summer sock camp. If I could finish a few more, that would be awesome. I think it would be so fun to finish. I have these and I have the Mustache Yarn Yellow Submarine colorway. I showed that last week. I have those two and then a pair of scrappy socks. I would love to finish the August Yarnable and the Yellow Submarine socks. I think that would be great. And then start September 1st with no other socks on my needles other than my scrappy socks. And I'm itching to start knitting with all of the Halloween and fall yarns. So that might be what I do. Might be what I do. That's what I would like to do, but I need more hours in the day to do all of these things. To not have enough knitting time. So yes, loving these 64 stitches, doing the magic loop, ChiaoGoo 32 inch, US 1, 2.25 millimeter. Don't think there was anything else about those. Let's show my scrappy socks that I started. There is not a lot done on them, but they're started. So this is in a bag by Mountain State Stitches. And I did yesterday, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. I needed to get a project bag for a new cast on that you will see in a minute. And I pulled out all of my fall and Halloween project bags. I don't think you can see them on, they're like on this corner of the bed right here. So I don't think you can see them in the frame, but yes, I have them all pulled out and I'm so excited to use them and start switching things over. September 1st is when I'm doing it because I want 2 full months to use all of them before it kind of starts shifting into feeling like I want to use Christmas things November 1st because I know that's what's going to happen. So I'm starting September 1st. I'm just doing it. Okay, so not much done. Cuff and 10 rounds on one sock. I have not started the other sock yet. I have these on Knitter's Pride Zing DPNs. And pretty much all of the needles that I use, I do have linked on my Amazon storefront, and the link for that is down below. So I did knit 2, purl 2, rib, 25 rounds, and then 10 rounds. I'm just doing plain vanilla socks stockinette. I think that's it about those, really. I'll show you how I have, so I have the yarn split like I talked about, and I just have it in 2 Ziploc bags inside of the project bag. Super fancy, but everything is split. I just use my little scale, weigh it, see how much is left total, and then, you know, wind off half of that, wind the other half into a little ball, and then work from these. That way it ends up being pretty even as far as what's going into each sock. Don't know if I said, but 64 stitches, US 1, 2.25 millimeter DPNs. The usual. The usual. So these I've just kind of been picking up and working on here and there. What should I show next? Because I have a few new cast-ons. Let's do my Anthology throw first, and then we'll go to new cast-ons. So this is in a bag from Mountain State Stitches. And this is my Anthology throw. So I'm still doing 30 minutes of knitting on this. I did knit pretty much all day Sunday on this. We were driving back from West Virginia. Austin drove. So I had all the card knitting time. And I had started working on my socks, and then I was like, I'm gonna do my 30 minutes on my Anthology throw, and then I just never put it down. And when we got home, I didn't want to stop working on it either. So I just kept working on it. And now I'm back to 30 minutes. I think Monday I did do more than 30. Now I'm kind of back to 30 minutes. I did figure out that I could potentially have this done by the end of August if for just a couple of days I do more than 30 minutes. I know the bind off is going to take ages, so I don't know if I will get it done, but I'm going to try. We'll see. Yeah. It's a possibility that this could be done by the end of the month. So this is the Anthology Throw by Helen Stewart. I am using Homespun House Advent from 2022. It's massive. I've done the last increase, so there are now over 1,100 stitches on this thing. It is so big, but it's so fun to knit. I will say this last little bit, there were yarn overs throughout, but there were so many plain knit rounds in between that, and that, for me, makes a project more enjoyable if there's a lot of just plain knitting. There's not as much plain knitting when you're finishing off this last little bit here, and it's kind of bumming me out, but I feel like at the same time, it's pushing me to just work more than 30 minutes and get it done, get it off the needles so I can move to another Advent project. But I love it. I know I'm absolutely going to love having this. I think I'm going to lay it over the bed over here, and I think it will be gorgeous. I might lay it over the back of the bed. I'm not sure, but I'm going to love it. I know I am. I just have to power through and finish this off hopefully by September 1st. Wouldn't it be great if I could have this done, start a new Advent project September 1st, a lingering Advent project, and Halloween socks. The lofty goals here. These are not going to happen. So I'm on day 20, and I only have this much left of day 20. That's it. It's getting there. It's just the rounds are so long that at this point it feels like, oh, it's never going to get there, because they take the knit round. There is like plain knit rounds. Those don't take me a full 30 minutes. But the patterned rounds, I think they take me about 35, 40 minutes. Yeah. I'm going to have to do at least one more round on it today. I'm really going to try to push through because I know that bind off is going to take a long time. All right, I have 2 new cast-ons. I'm going to save one for last because it's crazy and I cannot believe I cast it on. This one is another prayer shawl. This is by this is in a bag. Let's slow down here. I've had a lot of coffee today. This is in a bag by Knitting Unicorns that I got from a Homespun House. It was in a kit from Homespun House. I'm doing a new shawl pattern. So this one is by Alice's Embrace. It is a free pattern. It will be linked on the Ravelry project page. Grandma Crochet Prayer Shawl is what it says the name of it is. I did make some changes and I don't know that I've noted those yet. Let me make a note. It's nothing major. I might have. But I changed the cast on amount. So I cast on 90, I chained 91 to start. And I went up a needle size because I've started this, I think 3 times, 2 or 3 times. And I just wasn't getting a size that I kind of liked. It's about 20 inches wide right now, I think. I haven't checked it since I got another pattern repeat done. Might be like 19.5-ish. So I went up a needle size to a 5mm. These are my Tulip Etimo crochet hooks, absolute favorite. I do have those linked on my Amazon as well. Highly recommend these needles. If you like something with some grip, they are just great. The yarn I'm using is Big Twist. Again, I really love this yarn. I saw that, I think both of them are Sue and Chelsea from Legacy Fiber Arts. I was watching their latest episode, and they are both doing sweaters out of this yarn, and it has me wanting to do a cardigan out of this now. And because they talked about how great it would be. I think they were both making some for the grandkids, and Chelsea has made one for herself. I don't know if I'm remembering all this correctly. You'll just have to go watch them. Not that it really matters, but they talked about how great it was. And Chelsea's, she's washed and it just comes out softer every time. And it's really just a sweater you can, or a cardigan you can throw on every day and kind of wear it like a jacket, or if you're going outside. And that just sounds so cozy to have something to wear outside when you go do some yard work in the fall, cleaning up leaves, and not have to worry about being so careful with it. And then just being able to throw it in the washer and dryer. So I'm tempted. They were talking about the Seasons sweater and Seasons cardigan by Ozetta. So I'm tempted to do one. I think I would want the cardigan. Maybe. I think I would want the cardigan. And then maybe do one for my nieces, Lily and Henley. So they just have some, I'll do the pullover for them, the sweater, I think, out of this yarn. I think it would go so fast too, and it would be something they could wear this fall. When will I have the time? I don't know, but these are things that I want to do. Big Twist acrylic from Joann's. This is the fig color. Love this color. You guys know this is one of my favorite colors. I kind of think for my cardigan though, I would want green. Now I want to go to Joann's and start a cardigan. And pick out yarn for Lily and Henley's. Okay, here is the shawl. It is such a pretty, pretty pattern. It's definitely more detailed than the two I've done so far, but it's nothing hard. The pattern's written well. It's a little bit of a shell stitch. I'm loving it. I'm loving that it's different than the ones I've done so far, and I think this color yarn really complements the pattern well. So I have done 2 pattern repeats. Yesterday is when I started this. I did 2 pattern repeats and set it aside. So with my prayer shawls, I've been trying to do at least the first one. I like zipped through it because I had someone in mind and I wanted to get it to them ASAP. This last one I tried to do 1 pattern repeat a day. I did not succeed at doing that daily, but when I sat down to work on it, I tried to do 1 pattern repeat, which was, I don't know, about from like here to past the spaces. So I don't remember how many rows that was exactly, but that's what I tried to do for that one. This one, I think I'll try to do, I mean, that's 2 pattern repeats and that's not very wide. So I might try to do 2 pattern repeats a day. It will take a little while, but I don't have anyone in mind for these. They're just something I'm working on to give to the church to have. So I have 1 more work in progress. And it's a crazy one. So over in we have the YouTube memberships now here on YouTube. And then for level 2, we have a private Facebook group. Over in there, one of my amazing members shared this blanket. I'm going to put a picture up here. Let me pull the pattern out because I can't remember the exact name. It is Domino Star Stash Buster Afghan by Anita Gran. I could be mispronouncing that, but oh my gosh, you guys, it's the center. Okay, so I'll show you what I have done, but there basically, once you get to a certain point, it's like modified mitered squares. And you guys know I love my cozy memories. And I saw this pattern, and the next thing I knew, I was buying it, I was printing it, I was picking out project bags and finding needles and picking out what yarn I was going to use. It all happened so quickly, as it usually does. here's the start. Oh my goodness. So I did use a self-striping yarn. I think this was, oh gosh, I have some of her yarn right here. Lollipop yarn. Pretty sure this was lollipop yarn. Wine o'clock or something with wine maybe. I knit a pair of socks for Eric with this yarn. If I drop it. So that's what I use for the center, is the self-striping. And then the contrast color throughout, I'm just using white because I had some Knit Picks Stroll fingering. And I think this is just white, pretty sure. Yep, just white. And I thought that would be perfect to use up some of that. I think I have 3 skeins of this, and I don't even think I'll use all of that for this project. So here it is. I will say, I will be honest, the beginning of this for me was a little fiddly. I started it on DPNs, that's what the pattern recommends. And I like using DPNs, but I do find that things, when you have so few stitches on DPNs at the beginning, like the muscle burra hat, it can be fiddly. So I do want to say that at the beginning is a little fiddly. But once you get going, it was great. I eventually switched from DPNs to magic looping it, and I found that much easier. I think it was just the DPNs I have. Do I have them in here? They are Addy. I've had these for ages. And I just don't really like the points on them. So I did order some Knit Picks DPNs, and they should be here today. So I obviously am done with the center, so I don't need them right now, but I will have them on hand to try next time because I'm just not a huge fan of those Addy wooden DPNs. The Knit Picks ones are wooden because I do feel it's easier to start things like this where you have so few stitches on wooden DPNs. And again, this is just for me and my preference, but on wooden ones versus metal ones because you have so few stitches and things can kind of slip and slide everywhere. And they don't do that as much. The wood is a little grippier. So yes, anyways, I've done that. Now I am to the point where I will start doing the mitered squares. It is a paid for pattern, so I can't say, I don't want to give anything away with it, but I'm excited to start working these off and doing the squares. I'm planning to do 1 today at least. I may get sucked in and do more, but I'm having so much fun with it. It is a fingering weight blanket. I don't know if I said that. I need to pick out what scrap I'm going to use for my first square, or modified square, but I'm having a lot of fun with that. That's in a bag from Bags by Awesome Granny. This is one of my fall bags. Look how cute those gnomes are. And when I got that one out is when I pulled out all of my fall and Halloween bags. I thought, why not? Let's just get them out. All right, so let's show, have I gotten anything else in the mail other than that? Oh, yes, I have. Okay. It was buried over here. I have 2 things I got in the mail. So I received a bag from Honeybee Stitchery over in the P.O. box, and it is a cute Grinch project bag. You guys know I love the Grinch. I actually have quite a few Grinch yarns that I bought last year. Maybe only 2. I think there's at least 2. And I'm excited. Like I said, I know once November 1st hits, I'm going to start being in the mood for working with Christmas yarns. It is a boxed bottom drawstring bag, perfect size for socks. Love, there's a little clip over here, has some light bulb markers on it, perfect for putting those on there. Nice fabric on the inside that matches the outside. Super cute. I cannot wait to use it. The other thing that I received is my July Patreon minis from Homespun House. So if you have not received these yet, look away for just a few minutes. I will not tell what the colorways are or anything. I will just show them. So look away. Here are my 3 minis. These will go in my DK weight jelly roll blanket. I'm working on that. I didn't bring it down to show, but I've added in my June Patreon minis from Homespun House and my August row 1 minis I'm currently working on, because the Patreon minis from Homespun House, which I'm not showing anymore, so you can look back if you had looked away, those come like a month late, or not really late, but that's when they ship them. It's like a month after, so that they know how many people were in the month of July or whatever the month is. So just got the July ones. Those are the only things I received in the mail. We do have our giveaway winner from episode 196, and I will put their comment up here on the screen. It is Laura McClellan. I apologize if I'm butchering that, but congratulations, Laura. If you would just get in touch with me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com, I will just need your shipping information. And then I will get your watermelon project bag mailed out to you. Our next giveaway, I thought let's go ahead and do another one for this episode. Everyone is so extremely generous sending things for giveaways, and when they start to kind of pile up, I'm like, we gotta do more giveaways, and I love doing them. I love getting to share these things and share these shops and send things out to y'all. So I pulled another one of the Midwest Stitches bags that I showed last week. This is a zipper bag that's Sock Madness Forever. And then I also pulled some yarn out. This was something that was sent in from a viewer, and this is a Regia. This is not perfect. I almost said perfect. I think just automatically Regia Perfect. This is Regia Design Line by Arnie and Carlos. Some of that. So these are going to go in a giveaway package for this episode. So all you have to do, as usual, is comment down below. I'm never good at thinking of what you should comment with, like a question, or I'm never good at it. So any comment always enters you to win. It is open worldwide. Just comment below and I will pick a winner on episode 198. All right, I think that's it for the knitting. So watching, we did get caught up on Justified. So we're on the new season that's currently airing. We're caught up on those episodes and waiting on the next one. I will be honest, I'm not sure about the new season. I think it has to do with the fact that we just watched all of the old ones start to finish. That was my first time watching them, and you fall in love with the whole cast. So I'm missing those old characters. I'm missing that whole storyline and the characters. And I know Boyd is the bad guy, but I love Boyd, so I'm missing Boyd. That's my guy that I'm missing pretty much. So yeah, I'm not sure about it. It's not that it's bad. It's really not. I think it's just kind of like hindered me loving it that we just watched those and I had such a love for the whole cast that I'm now missing it. The guy that plays Boyd is going to be in a new show though. I need to look it up. I can't remember what he showed me a clip from it. I think it's just that actor that I just love him. I love him. But yes, so we're watching that. We're caught up on it currently. We have watched a few documentaries, nothing really like amazing, just kind of passing the time, turning them on in the evening. We have been watching, because it just started on Sunday, Sister Wives is Back. Eric does not enjoy watching this. This is totally me and my really ridiculous reality TV shows that I love. It's one of those. And yeah, so Sister Wives is Back. First episode aired Sunday. We watched it on Monday. And I just can't stop watching that show. Every season I get so excited to watch it. Reading, I'm still reading the same books. Apples Never Fall and The Only One Left. Still reading both of those. I feel like I'm getting close. No, maybe I'm not. I'm just still working away on both of them. But I think that's kind of it. I talked a little bit about our trip to West Virginia. It was great. As always, we went up Saturday morning, stayed Saturday night, came home Sunday, a little bit before noon, between 11 and 12. We left. So it was a fast trip, too fast. It feels like it's never long enough when I'm spending time with family, but it was a really, really good trip. Lily had a great birthday party. Like I said, she loved her sweater. Other than that, it's just I feel like settling back into routine of school being back in, going from the summer routine to the school routine, and just settling into that and getting lots of cleaning done that I feel like, you know, things can get neglected in the summer. I'd rather be outside. So I feel like we're in those dog days of summer when it is just so humid. This week especially, I think we're supposed to have like extreme heat or something tomorrow, something crazy with a really high heat index. Nothing like some people have been having at all, but hot for here. So I've been inside this week a lot. I don't really like it. I'd rather be outside, but yeah, I've gotten a lot of cleaning done this week anyways. So there's that positive of being inside in the air conditioning, is that I've had a lot of time to clean. All right, I think that's it. I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up. What am I going to do? I don't know. Do I want to work on my scrappy blanket or start my English paper piecing quilt top? Not quite sure. But I'm going to do something crafty today. And I will see you guys again next week for another new episode. Don't forget to comment down below if you want to enter the giveaway for the yarn and project bag. And summer sock camp's coming to a close. I think we may have one more episode before, but I'm not positive. So make sure you get your stuff entered, the Ravelry group and or Instagram. And if you want to come join us over on the Crazy Sock Lady memberships here on YouTube, for the cost of a cup of coffee a month, you can get some extra perks. There's one extra video every week. It's been happening on Monday. It's been nice to kind of sit down on Monday, catch everyone up on what I worked on the weekend, what we got up to. And then also we have our private Facebook group for members, and we have a make-along going on over there right now. It's just a great place to connect with other people within the community on a more intimate level. But all right, I will see you guys again next week. Until then, happy making. Bye.